Welcome. Welcome to this beginner yoga class here. We'll get started in a few minutes. You can say hi in the chat. I'll do that before I hop back on the mat. Oops, I misspelled today. So, welcome. So, what to expect for today's class? So, we'll start seated on the mat. Welcome, Ehab. Hola. And we'll do some seated warm ups and then we'll do some more active movements today. I'm trying to think how to explain this one. We'll do a kind of some side plank variations and we'll add a little bit of balance while we do that. And then for the standing posture today, we'll do a wide angle standing V position. Ah, so if you know that you'll need anything to make those more comfortable, you can go ahead and grab that. And then towards the end, we'll slow it down. It's a little guided meditation. Yeah, if it's cold where you are and you want to have a little blanket close to you, I might do that to show you. You can have that ready. So let's see before we get started here. Maybe have like a little riddle joke. Hey, Lily, trying to find a good riddle for you. Um, oh, yeah. If a cat can jump 5 feet high, then why can't it jump through a window that is 3 feet high? So that's a little riddle for you today. So if a cat can jump 5 feet high, how come it can't jump through a window that's 3 feet high? I don't know. The window's closed. So the window's closed. So let's go ahead and get started. As I mentioned, we'll start seated on the mat. So just take a moment to uh, just get yourself comfortable. Noticing those parts of your body that are touching the ground, making contact with the ground underneath you. Just spend a moment just noticing those parts that are resting on the floor. Maybe you notice your feet, all those or those parts of your legs or your hips. Just take a moment to allow your body to settle wherever you're practicing today. As you do that, begin to check in with your body. See how you're doing today. Maybe beginning to notice places that feel tight today. Maybe your shoulders feel tight or your wrists. So just check in with yourself. What may feel a little bit tight or tense today. And then shift your attention over to noticing places in your body that feel easier, maybe more open or looser or lighter. Maybe parts of your thighs feel open today, or places in your feet. So just taking this moment to notice what feels better or easier in your body today. And then let's go back to noticing those places of tension or tightness. Maybe it's in your face or your jaw. And then going over and notice something that feels a little bit easier. Maybe in your chest or your arms. Now let's try this last one. Let's see if we can notice both at the same time. So go back to noticing a place that feels tight. So have that in your mind. And notice a place that feels easier or looser. Have that ready. Then see if you can notice both at the same time. You might have to broaden or soften your attention to include both at the same moment. And when you're ready, let's set that aside. Call it a little settling exercise. We're going to get moving today. So let's go over our directions first. So this side will be the plant side, and this side will be the door side. We have up towards the ceiling, down towards the floor, and towards the screen, and towards the back wall. So let's start by placing the hands on the thighs. We're going to kind of warm up through the spine. So as you bring the chest forward, you can slide the hands back on your thigh. Inhale, and then exhale, press the back, maybe even rounding the spine, the shoulders, soften the head and the neck. I'm going to turn to the side so you get a different view. So as you inhale, you can slide the hands back on your thigh, press your chest forward. Exhale, slide the back, soften the head and the neck. Inhale, bring the chest forward. Exhale, rounding the spine back. You can kind of hold on with the hands here. Inhale forward and exhale back. You can even lean to the side as you come back. So let's try that. So inhale forward. And as you exhale, lean back towards one side. Still rounding the spine. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lean over to the other side, round the spine. I'm going to turn forward so you can see. Inhale forward. Exhale, lean back towards one side. Inhale forward. Last one. Exhale, lean back to the other side. And come to sit. You can shake out those shoulders, shake out those arms. Maybe roll the shoulders a couple times. This next one, we're going to extend the arms up towards the ceiling and back down. So relax your arms by your side. And as you inhale, begin to extend the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, lowering the arms back down. Two more. Inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, lower. This time we're going to start the same way and lean towards the plant side. So inhale, reach those arms up. And as you exhale, place one hand on the floor and the other one kind of reach up and over towards the plant. We'll stay here for a few breaths. So begin to soften your body. Soften the shoulders, even softening along the sides and the hips. Let's go over to the door side. So inhale, come back to center. And exhale, lean towards the door. Soften those shoulders. Softening the hips, the neck, and the head. Now let's go back and forth with the breath. So inhale, center. Exhale, lean towards the plant. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean towards the door. One more each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean towards the plant. Inhale, center. And exhale, lean towards the door. Now come to sitting. You can shake out those shoulders. Let's just warm up through the neck and the head a little bit, and we'll change position. So you can begin by turning the chin over towards the plant and softening the shoulders. And then you can lower the chin down towards the floor. And then taking your time, doing a semicircle with the chin over to the door side. Keep those shoulders relaxed. And just go back and forth. Take your time. Keep the shoulders and the chest relaxed. You can lift the chin up when you're over to one side if you like. And then come to sit. You can shake out those arms. So now we'll move to all fours and be a little bit more active. So let's turn to face the mat. You can place your hands and lower legs on the floor and begin by extending a leg back. Give it a little shake and warming up through the legs and the waist. Let's try this. So as you extend the right leg back, see if you can open up the hips towards the screen. So we're starting to warm up through the sides. You can press through those back toes to help you open up the hip, almost going into a side plank. And then for the other side, relax that knee. You can shake out those hips, extend the left leg back, and then begin to turn those hips towards the back wall. And you can use that back foot that's on the mat to help you kind of loosen up through the waist. You can even give yourself a little massage there if you'd like. And then come back to regular all fours and just extend the right foot back and press those toes onto the mat. We're going to stretch out through the foot and the lower leg. So begin to push those toes onto the mat and begin to press the heel back towards the door. Stretching out through the ankle, the calf, the toes. And then to switch sides, extend your left foot back, place those toes on the mat, and then begin to press that heel back towards the door. And let's check in with the rest of our body. Maybe softening through the face, softening those cheeks and jaw. And now come back to all fours. We'll sit up for a moment. Shake out those arms. Maybe rub those hands together. Give your hand to a mini massage. We'll go back to all fours and do some spine movements. And I'll stretch out our backs a little bit more. So come back to all fours. Relax the lower legs on the mat. And begin to look forward towards the plant. Inhale. And then as you exhale, press through the hands and press the back up towards the ceiling, softening the head and the neck. And we'll go back and forth with the breath. Inhale, come to look forward towards the plant. Exhale, press through the hands, press the back up, softening that upper back, the neck, and the head. One more. Inhale, come to look forward towards the plant. Exhale, press through the hands, press the back up, softening the head and the neck. And if you like, you can turn the chin over to one shoulder and the other. We'll warm up through the neck and the head a little bit more. And then you can tuck the toes. We'll come to sit. We're going to go to a side plank next. So we're going to start off the same way in all fours. And then keep your left hand on the floor and your left knee on the mat. And begin to spin that left knee so it's facing the screen and extend that back leg towards the door. So take a moment to find your side plank. Maybe check in with that bottom hand so you feel nice and supported. And then as you're ready, you can begin to extend that upper arm towards the ceiling. Keep those shoulders and chest open. And now we're going to move that top hand. We're going to move it down towards the plant and back up. So let's try this with the breath. As you inhale, you can reach that top arm up. As you exhale, bring that arm, trying to touch the plant. Inhale, arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach forward towards the plant. One more. Inhale, arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach towards the plant. And then inhale, back up. Now we're going to do a full circle with that top arm. So we'll start the same way. Inhale, reach that top arm up. And as you exhale, bring that arm forward towards the plant and swing it down and around and back up. Inhale. As you exhale, circle that arm around. One more. Inhale and exhale. Circle that arm, ending up at the top. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can lower both arms on the floor. Come on up to sitting. Actually, let's stretch out the hips a little bit. So bend both knees so they're facing forward, so their feet are pointing back towards the wall. And then you can place one hand on the thigh, maybe the other one on the floor or on your thigh, and begin to lean over towards the door. Actually, you can also have that hand on your foot or down at the mat. Begin to kind of stretch along the side there. If you'd like, you can reach that hand that's closest to the plant up and over towards the door. Softening the shoulders, softening the head and the neck. And now relax the arms down. Let's stretch the other side and then we'll do that side plank on the other side. So bend the knees so they're facing forward. The feet are pointed towards the back. And you can have that hand on your thigh or by your foot. And then begin to kind of lean towards the plant. You can adjust your hands so you feel supported, or maybe add a little weight to your legs. And that hand that's over towards the door, if you like, you can reach that arm up and over towards the plant. Softening the shoulders, the neck, and the head. Keep that breathing nice and easy. Now come to sitting. We'll do the side plank on this side. So you can have your right hand and right knee on the mat. And then extend the other leg towards the plant. And take a moment, again, to feel nice and supported here through your legs and through your hands. And as you're ready, begin to extend that top arm towards the ceiling. Keep those shoulders and chest open. Check in with your neck and head. Soften that jaw. So now we're going to move that top arm towards the door and then back up. So inhale, extend that top arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach towards the door. Inhale, arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach that arm towards the door. One more. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, reach towards the door, extending. And then inhale, back up. And take a moment to soften. Now we're going to do the full circles with the arm. We'll start the same way. Inhale, reach that arm up. Exhale, bring that arm forward towards the door and down and around. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, arm down and around. One more. Inhale up and exhale down and around, ending with the arm up. Inhale and exhale, come to sit. You can give your hands a little massage. Take a moment to pause, catch your breath. We're going to come back to all fours and move to downward facing dog. We'll come back to the side plank one more time. But first, let's go back to all fours. You can settle your hands and lower legs on the floor. Begin to look forward towards the plant. This time we'll tuck the back toes onto the mat so we can press through the toes to lift the hips up and back. So inhale, look forward towards the plant. And as you exhale, press through the hands and through the toes. Lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. It's okay if your heels don't touch the mat. Maybe begin to warm up through the legs by bending one knee and the other. Even warming up through the feet. So just take a moment to warm up through those legs. You can even play with your hands here and practice pressing your hips back towards the door. And softening the head and the neck. And we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet, towards the door. So we end up in a forward fold position. You can widen your stance here if you like. You can give your legs a little massage. Keep the knees soft. Now we're going to extend the spine forward and back down. So to do this, I want you to press through the legs
So we're going to be active through the legs to do this. So begin to notice your feet touching the mat. Feel the weight of your feet. Oh, feel the weight of your body through your feet. Now bring your hands up to your thighs. You can keep the knees soft. And then begin to press the feet onto the floor, engaging the legs. And inhale, extend the spine forward towards the plant. And exhale, soften back down. Inhale, press through the feet, extend the spine forward. And exhale down. We'll do one more. Inhale, press through the feet, lift the spine forward. Inhale, exhale, soften. You can relax the arms. You take a moment just to be in the forward fold. You can grab onto the elbows if you'd like. Maybe sway side to side. Keep the upper body nice and heavy. And then we're going to do a little bit more for the legs. So you can relax the hands on the mat. And then walk the feet out wide. So maybe as wider or as wider than the mat. Maybe you can give those hips a little shake. Begin to bend the knees. So we're lowering the glutes down to the floor. Relax the shoulders. Now bring that attention to the feet. We're going to press through the feet to lift the hips up. So inhale, you can gaze towards your hands. And as you exhale, press through the feet and extend the hips up and soften the upper body. We'll do that twice more. Begin to bend the knees, lowering the hips down, looking towards your hands. Inhale. As you exhale, press through the feet, extend the hips up, relax the upper body. One more. Begin to bend the knees, lower the hips down, looking towards your hands. And exhale, press through the feet, extend the hips up, soften that upper body. We're gonna come back to downward facing dog here. So you can walk the hands forward and then just walk the feet in. So make your way to downward facing dog. Let's stretch out the calves. So place your weight on that left foot. Begin to bend the right knee. Now stretching out that left calf. You can keep those right toes on the mat or place the right toes behind the left foot. And if you can, let's check in with the hips. If you can press those hips a little bit further back towards the door. Now let's switch sides. So place the right foot on the mat. Bend the left knee. Stretching out through that right leg. If you like, you can pick up the left foot. Place it behind the heel. Now check in with those hips. They tend to creep forward here. See if you can press them a little bit further back towards the door. And then soften the head and the neck. And let's come back to downward facing dog. We're going to come to wide angle, a standing wide angle forward fold. It sounds more complicated than it is. So bend that left knee and then pick up the left foot and bring it forward closer to your hands. Now you can relax the back foot. We're going to spin the feet so they're pointed towards the screen. So make this as wide as you like. And we're in this forward fold position here. You can place the hands on the mat. And we begin to bend that right knee. So we're kind of stretching out through that left side. And then let's go back and forth a few times to warm up. So you can have your hands on the floor here to keep your balance. Now shift your weight over towards the plant side, bending that knee, and just take a moment to go back and forth. Again, only go as low as you like. Use your hands to help you. Let's go over to that plant side. So bend that plant side leg. Bring your hands a little closer. Maybe stretching out through that opposite side. Let's go over to the door side. So press through that foot, lift the hips, and bending over towards the door side. Let's do one more. So you can lift the hips coming through center and then bend the knee closest to the plant. And then let's bring the attention to the foot closest to the door. If you like, you can pick up those toes and maybe begin to rotate through the legs. So we're pointing the toes down and up towards the ceiling. Kind of also stretching out through the inner thigh. And if you like, you can even do circles. So you kind of press through the heel to lift through the toes. Now let's switch sides. So you come back to middle, and then begin to bend that knee closest to the door. And then bring that attention to that foot closest to the plant. And begin to lift those toes up towards the ceiling. And just take a moment to rotate through the leg, pointing the toes back down and up. And if you can, we can do some little circles here by pressing that heel onto the mat. And then lift the hips. We're going to come to a forward fold. Maybe rest the legs a little bit. So you can keep the hands on the floor and just soften that upper body. You can even grab onto the elbows here or just gently sway side to side. And we're going to come back to the floor. So you can use your hands and walk them over towards the plant and relax both knees onto the mat. We'll take a moment just to sit. So we don't want to get dizzy after all the forward fold action. So just take a moment to pause, let your body settle, take a look around. Trying to think of a joke. I've probably said this one already, but it's one of my favorites. Oh, yeah. What did the fish say when it ran into a wall? Damn. I know. I probably said it already, but it's the one I could think of. So now we're going to come back to the side plank, and we're going to add a little bit of balance. Hopefully our hips are stretched out. If you get cramps or it tightens up, you can always pause and sit and take a moment for yourself. So let's start by going back to all fours. So we're going to be facing the plant, and then place that bottom hand on the ground and that leg on the floor. Begin to spin that knee so that it's facing the screen, and extend the other leg back towards the door. So take a moment here to feel nice and solid and secure. Feel strong and supported through the legs and the hands. And now you can keep that top hand by your waist, or you can extend it up towards the ceiling. So now bring that attention to that foot closest to the door. You're going to start to shift your weight so you can start to pick up that back foot. So you can balance a little bit. You can be strong through that bottom leg. Check in with your breath and your breathing. And like I said, you can always take a break. You can always sit and take a moment. We're going to add a little bit to this. So as you're ready, come back to that side plank. We're going to lift that foot up and down. So as you're ready, you need to lift that foot closest to the door. Inhale and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then inhale, lift. We'll stay up. Just try it. We'll count this for 3, 2, 1. And then soften. Let's do that side stretch a little bit. So you can bend the knees face forward. Have that hand on your leg. Kind of stretch out that side for a moment. And we'll do the other side. And then we'll make our way to resting on the mat. So as you're ready, we'll come to the other side. So begin to place that hand closest to the door. Extend that other leg back towards the plant. And take a moment to feel strong here and supported through your legs and your hand. And as you're ready, extend that top arm up towards the ceiling. Now begin to pick up that foot closest to the plant. See if you can balance, lengthening the body. Be strong through that bottom leg. And you can always lower. You can always sit and take a little break before we move that leg up and down. So then as you're ready, come back to the side plank. We're going to lift that back leg up and down. So as you're ready, begin to lift that foot towards the plant. Inhale and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then inhale, lift. See if you can balance. Soften your face. We'll count this for 3, 2, 1. And then soften your body in the mat. Let's do that little side stretch. So you can bend the knees so they're facing forward. Oh, other side. So my feet are pointed back and towards the plant. And just begin to stretch that side. Take a moment to soften through the shoulders, the neck, and the head. So to make our way to resting on the mat, we're going to stretch out the upper back. So as you're ready, you can scoot forward towards the plant, bending your knees so they're facing up towards the ceiling. And you can drape your hands or your arms over your shins, maybe even grab onto your hands or your forearms. And begin to press your back, softening the head and the neck, stretching out through that upper back, the neck and the head. If you like, you can bring your chin over towards one shoulder and the other. And do little semicircles with the chin, keeping that top of the head nice and heavy. Relax your head and your neck, even softening through that upper back and the shoulders. Now pull with the arms so you sit up for a moment. And just pause and look around. We're going to make our way to resting on our backs. So I'm going to roll back and forth on my back. You can skip that part and just come to laying on the mat. So it'll be your choice. So if you want to roll, and bring your hands under your knees, so on the top of your shins. Lift those heels up and walk those feet closer to your hips and begin to balance. And whenever you're ready, just allow yourself to rock back and forth, keeping your body nice and loose here. And whenever you're ready, coming to rest your back on the mat, resting your hips, resting your head. And let's bend both knees into the chest. You can give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe even kind of rock side to side. Maybe even making little circles with the knees. And come to center. We'll extend both legs up towards the ceiling. You can keep your hands on your thighs if you like. Softening the shoulders, softening the hips. Let's bring the attention to the feet. You can begin to flex the toes in towards the floor and then point them back up. So just going back and forth a few times. Keep that lower back relaxed as you play with the feet. Maybe add circles to this. So we're still flexing and pointing through the toes. Just adding circles. And you can give your legs a little shake. And then bend both knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Now let's stretch the hips a little bit more. So we'll come to figure 4. So let's keep the left knee hugged into your chest And you can place that right foot onto the mat and then cross that left foot so it's facing towards the screen. And then open that left knee towards the back wall. Now you can reach your hands through your hamstring, maybe hold on to the fingertips, and pull that right leg towards you. Stretching along that outer hip. And as you do this, you can begin to soften your back even more on the ground. Softening between the shoulder blades. Softening all along the upper back and your shoulders. Even softening through the front of the body. So soften through the chest. Soften around the neck. Softening up to the face. Softening the jaw, the cheeks. Softening around the temples, the forehead, the eyes. Softening your nose, the muscles around your mouth. Softening your tongue. And softening all the way to your chin. Check in with your breath and your breathing. And noticing that gentle flow of air as you inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to do a side twist before we switch sides. So you can begin to relax the hands and then relaxing the legs. You can place a foot on the floor and just begin to allow the legs to kind of fold forward towards the screen. You can decide how you want to place the legs here. You can leave them on in that bent shape, or you can begin to extend through the legs. And if you like, you can even turn the body or turning the torso to look towards the screen. So just take a moment to allow your body to settle here. You can extend that back arm out, kind of opening that shoulder and chest. You can keep one hand on the thigh, helping you twist. And as you settle, begin to allow your torso, your hips, your legs to get nice and heavy on the mat. Softening through the feet, the ankles, softening through the lower legs, the shins, the calves, softening around the knees, all the way up along the thighs, the quads, the hamstrings, along the sides, all the way to your hips, softening the belly, the glutes, allowing your lower body to be nice and heavy on the mat. Feeling the rest of your body getting nice and heavy on the floor. Checking in or noticing your breath and your breathing. Keeping that breath nice and easy. Inhale, exhale. Now to switch sides. So you can begin to place your feet on the mat, bending your knees, maybe taking a moment to kind of stretch. You can stretch your arms over your head. We're going to do that figure four first. So this time, we'll keep that left foot on the mat, bend the right knee in towards your chest, and then cross the right foot over the left thigh. Open up that right knee towards the screen. And you can reach through your hamstrings, maybe grab on through the fingers, and bring those legs closer to you. Stretching that outer hip, softening your back on the mat, softening along the lower back, the sides of the back, even through the spine to your upper back, softening through the back of the shoulders, along the front, and down the arms, softening the upper arms, the elbows, softening the forearms, the wrists, softening around the hands, the fingertips, allowing your torso to be nice and heavy on the mat, softening your face, your forehead, the muscles around the eyes, the cheeks, the nose, muscles around the mouth, the tongue, all the way to your chin, keeping the whole face nice and heavy, nice and soft. Noticing your breath and your breathing and the gentle flow of air as you inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to do that twist on this side. So you can begin to relax the fingers. You place the foot on the mat and allow the legs to begin to fold over towards the back wall. Maybe you want to keep the legs like that or begin to extend one or the other. Just taking a moment to find a comfortable position for yourself. You can extend that other arm on the ground, and softening through the shoulder and the chest. As you're ready, begin to allow your body to settle on the mat, spreading out on the floor. And notice those points of contact with the ground underneath you. Maybe you notice those parts of your arms that are resting on the floor, those parts of your torso and hips resting on the mat. Noticing those parts of your legs and feet that are resting on the floor. And even noticing those parts of your shoulders and your head, how it touches the mat, resting on the ground, and how your whole body is resting on the floor, supported by the ground underneath you. And bring your attention to your breath and your breathing. And notice those physical sensations that you notice as your breath moves in and out with the inhale and the exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We'll transition to our guided meditation next. So we can begin to let go of the legs and just take a moment to move your body any which way that you like. Begin to find a comfortable position where you can simply rest for the next 10 minutes or so. If you have a blanket near you, you can cover your feet and your legs, get nice and warm. You can always bend the knees so they're pointed up towards the ceiling, or extend the legs on the mat, resting your hands on your body or all the way on the floor. Begin to allow your body to settle on the ground, feeling your body getting heavier and heavier with each breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Next, we will do a body scan. So place your attention on the different parts of the body as you hear them named. Notice and listen, and nothing more. The practice begins on the right side. Place your attention on your right hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, right upper chest, right waist, right hip, right upper leg, right knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, arch of the foot, the whole foot. Now the left side. Place your attention on your left hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, left upper chest, left waist, left hip, left upper leg, left knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, arch of the foot, the whole foot. Now alternating sides, right foot, left foot, right heel, left heel, right lower leg, left lower leg, right knee, left knee, right upper leg, left upper leg, right pelvis, left pelvis, right lower back, left lower back, right upper back, left upper back, whole right side of the back, whole left side of the back, the whole back, right side of the neck, left side of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, right ear, left ear, right jaw, left jaw, right cheek, left cheek, right eye, left eye, forehead, nose, chin, right side of the face, left side of the face, right side of the head, left side of the head, the whole head, along the front of the neck, right collarbone, left collarbone, right rib cage, left rib cage, right waist, left waist, sternum, abdomen, pelvis, whole right side of the torso, whole left side of the torso, the whole torso, whole right leg, whole left leg, both legs, whole right arm, whole left arm, both arms, whole right side of the body, whole left side of the body, the whole body. Continue noticing yourself resting, spread out on the floor, supported by the ground underneath you. And throughout those good times and more challenging times of life, remember you are enough. You are enough. You are enough. Allow these words to settle inside of you. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. If you like, you can repeat them to yourself 3 times. Whenever you're ready, begin to welcome yourself in the space you're in. Welcoming sounds, colors, feeling the air and how it grazes your skin. Whenever you'd like, begin to gently move your body. Maybe even stretch out your arms over your head, stretching through the legs and the feet. And if you'd like, you can bend your knees and roll on one side. Still keeping your body heavy on the mat, supported by the ground underneath you. Keeping that breath nice and easy. Whenever you're ready, you can use your hands and come on up to sitting. I'm going to scoot a little bit closer. I know you usually need to go, Lily. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Ehab. Thank you, Lily. Appreciate you being here today. I hope you're feeling well. So, just an announcement next week. We're not going to have class next Sunday, so you can check out one of the recordings. But we'll resume classes the week after Thanksgiving. So, I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving if I don't get to do so beforehand. Be well, stay safe, keep smiling, even though things may look a little bit different this year. So thank you for supporting us here. Have a safe Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time. Bye.